EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it. It's Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Here's Fields. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Dances by him. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. Off play action, Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Here's Fields. Rolling to his right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Wilson. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Now it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Now, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target, and it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Second down, here's Chubb again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw. Fields dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to run with Mack. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Marlon Mack as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Fields airing this one out for Evans. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Fields steps away. And that is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flushed out right. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Got a man, that's Richie James. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Rolling to his... And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jerry Jeudy, 50 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins' offense cashes in with 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Fields. And a catch right side by Evans. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tutu Atwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick here is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Let's go on the attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Derek Wolfe picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here we go on fourth down, Fields.
And my goodness, and caught it up. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught, touchdown. Wait, hold a second here, flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Chubb looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Fields. Forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing Getting open downfield, he keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But
a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.